die ne wa de bibi koto so nti die ne wo hwehwe mu yenya
okay
but say adwuma ko bi beba ne wo betumi aye nhye se okay me the machines technology me ba bebo ho di obi aye bia no yete ha yehunu ano ada no special prosecutor ye se obahwehwem wo kai se mampani na pen so no o ma KPMG eye audit report
ai
abusunya ye no bibia kwaba emfo abra mega TV and platform we eso endra na beto dwa se Paul Adom Otchere eye office of the special prosecutor yewura Kise Jabin Detained no ni na eye ne board member okoda so what you say okoda so ewo eye airport bra na na Adom Kwakufuado MPP aban no omo egina mo eye mo wa ban mu na we ena owura endro mo frɛ no na ni bail conditions I was no meeting when me meeting and am say so ama sa brei owura no e Blue Gate until so be meeting na hwe ya ni betwa weekend we ena Kwame Nkrumah Tikesie akyerɛ na adwen ade afa ho mempese meka se bebe yenko na yenkotie Kwame Nkrumah Tikesie ensema odi tu edwa ene eye na nobody bo ahenso aka nsɛm bi afa ho any Dennis Miracles Aboagye enso edi nsɛm bi atodwa afa sanse we ho ba ye ni kan tie Kwame Nkrumah Tikesie nsɛm odi tu edwa no ebi na yekoba na anase ye di naka ina ebeto also
ididima former vice president Dr. Bawumia anosaye flag bearer ede ema osunguko amanyuku MPP 2024 yene no entwetwe enkomo Uncle Dennis me watching.
Kwame, me do so boss na ye boko.
Boko na so
I don't know the so.
I see. Me to nka na ache. Na dey utu kwan na.
What town they just so when chia. They are buying in go for you. On for 1,000 help for you answer. So ninti we shall calculate answer with you.
Ah, san we pip. Dey okoye no.
Okoye won say we am run to sell shi. Don't so let your rich your fool on so whatsoever. And I create so much fool on so na.
I might estimate as if there will be upward adjustment on the first.
I said them so I have been me bosom me so. As I just say also one anti be sure baby am so one anti be sure.
Ah na pai.
So they kick up on it.
Ah na yewura Dr. Bawumia ye bie nkrata mu se obi a wo pepa se obedi party nanim na wako ede agi to me 2028 elections no wo mefa forms na yewura Bawumia ne hihye te sen
oh baba me I think say ade ba ko na ye certain they say Dr. Bawumia and the next few days no obey announce it the way to contest the elections and they are very certain but say nomination process na e kwai wumpa kama you know before I say no to no NTB and obey announcement na for the name so
eti pacho obefa forms nda bay
meant to me the exact way no but you go so to name I say oh you'll be the first few people on the answer and ben also but embryo you know by time kaka
I see na mami musadi we me hu say other candidates bi ayi wo mutinum ne ade but the em nwanwan say 2024 na candidates no nyina no rally behind Dr. Excellency Dr. Bawumia so betimi agi to me afa ko wie ya sa nipa ya no rally behind him no asa atwa ase be contest bi does it mean say no munyi ni na mum they were whipped say mun ko dina chikeka na say wo ma hunu bibi susufo
so they be so in politics there is all about ambitions politicians to do na quite say police ejuma police ni be ewura police un corporate kra the dice on so obega IGP bi mewa enti obi wo ho enne o ko contest so contest no so to on to we dey carry reading o so be do echi on already so contest no we win enti so ntimi ko campaign ma NDC candidate ntimi ko campaign ma CPP candidate and ntimi nka say obeko independent enti obviously ye nyina ye be support nipa na party no apa no. But I don't say emrefu froba na say the say akopa flag barrier bi mu a nipa nin to me nka say ono an kasa so be ko bi. It doesn't necessarily, there's no direct connection between that and whether Owojidi or nipa ni mu anas or nijidi. Obi o ha na dwemu nya say hey, politics yi baby amaya babedri. Em say me so me fe no kwa na ekono. Generation no eno ani nti say sambre man fa me ho ankwan kodum na etebo wan ha na by the time Dr. Bawumia be wie ne de na me so me time etwum nti me so me ko try me luck nti try your luck there say nti I think that's basically what is happening, but there's no direct relationship between say Obi supporter in the previous elections no contesting TBA or no wasam. I know there's no direct way with that. There
Nane, Dr. Mamu Bawumia. Se ye biem ye nim se nkopim January na manfo asi adwene obi a wotie okay from there unu se ha de mwada romanti egofo tie edien na yen hwa nimu emfamfi wo. Who is the new Bawumia?
For two levels.
Okay.
For the people of this country, and the new patriotic party are almost edi kanya power mo Frank Atun. Yenka MPP Frank Atun sem ho asem kane. For MPP nya otie ane kase yaba oppositioner. The guy so on in the so na say yeku no ebeba power back no. They are here any MPP ni bia oti obi abeka kire say the here no and say party no ebe sanso ine to me in the 2028 elections. And the most important na eda MPP ni bi ene so. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene nipa ene akensi ye wom ene yeku na ye wom no. Boni be say the biggest opportunity and I say the biggest chance to victory in 2028. Nema miensa na ejina so. Ono no ye the most prepared candidates amongst the thousands of possible candidates away a party. Dr. Bawumia is the most prepared candidate to be ready for a contest in the next 1,200 or so days against the National Democratic Congress. The entire makers are say ne uni obi kwa kensie na mo kwa pre bibia. Ohwe nipa na ho den ene ne sinto na also they shown. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in our party today, without doubt, is the most experienced politician, without doubt. And the experience, it comes in different several variables. Longevity, I'm not saying, and fear to do a kahu, but the kahu pans were a kasi mupa a leveler and pempens were ye politics a jumano, our party, no mind, monofo. Until the sign indicators in our boom, it makes him the most experienced. Say, you knew be aware of frontline politics, and now we are Mampini John Dramani Muhammad Shinchen Krawa my way more. Or we are actively involved in politics today. A cross our experience now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Krano. While you're running mate for 2008 elections, 2012 elections, 2016 elections, 2020 elections, or running national level elections at the presidential level for 4 elections. There is no doubt in this country, say, a lot of people will tell you, say, the MPP successes in 2016 and 2020, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia played a very integral role in that. Since why a vice president for 2017 to 2020, I say a vice president from 2021 to 2024. At the highest level of this country's politics and governance, and the active players involved, are Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. And they say John Dramani Mahama it means that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia remains the most experienced in our body politics today at that highest level. At that highest level. The entire keep saying at that highest level, and they say, Obi wa with deep police station executive and as a constituency executive from 1992. So
yeah.
Why from 1992, where the polling station chairman, with the electoral area, with the constituency, not some position, and a secretary, and a treasurer, and a chairman. That person has lot of years of experience. Yes, but we not bar now the level of politics in the Kanwa, it puts Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ahead. Because for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 16 years out of the 34 years of so I fought Republic democracy he has been playing the politics at the fore of the Ghanaian politics. Now, in say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the face of vice president my way. To the extent say me no kase ko ebra kwa mo say as we speak and it is even becoming challenging and difficult for the current vice president to even gain as much prominence as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia brought a lot of relevance to the office of the vice president. As we speak, say a party no, see a kase ye pobia why ye ready. Say obetumi and running national campaign at the presidential level. On here, maybe no they are ready. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. On mine and Kasanso, I can say, ye pay Mampenia, ye fit 2028 to 2032. Why ye ready? On here and check say Bia answer. What prepare no that one be Bia, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Don't forget, and so say, ye can win. We as a political party, we want a winnable candidate. Candidate obetumi yinibia obetumi agitumi aiden amai Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. On my way say yebeka politics and elections na any emotions any assumptions na data any historical facts in the beka. In ebedia to say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia amongst all the people who are running and am I the better chance? Elections. The first attempt at elections in this country was, as a candidate in this country, was in 2024 elections. When you have 41.7 votes, 41.7% of the votes. His first attempt. Others had done it before, they got 39%, 34%. He got 41.7%. Others have done it for the first time and gotten less.
But we say, our BAM was then vice president. Now, utminya sa minimal votes na it caused to worry. And now, unti sa sem we bisuda.
O mampeni John Dramani Mahama no ye mampeni. So no one kasa yo mampeni in 2016 and so lose elections. One say kwamba and we with over 1.7 million votes. That is why I'm saying say you find assumptions in kasa bium. It was already okay come up, but a assumption.
Sure.
The facts, which is there for us, because when the facts are there, you don't rely on assumptions. So your assumption is right. It could be a possibility. However, there are facts. And so when the facts are available, it negates the assumption. You no longer work with the assumptions. The fact of the matter is that, say, an issue of, say, ubi your mampenia, bedi, trade, donya, set, a coalition away, we near. It's me a problem. False, because there is evidence say o mampeni nan kasa kra kwa bato mani ndusiye but o sanso san ko bae ebedi o mampeni. Why do you think that the NDC in their wisdom refused to change a president that was a seated president, that had been an acting president, had been a vice president and lost elections by at the time unprecedented 1 million votes, and yet they decided to say they be Sano? It was because the NDC were clear in their mind, say Obiko Abatwo. Not say, Unya 41.7% of the voter. It means that over 41.7% of the voters in the country who have confidence in him. Nejuma Akane say, Oba convince an additional 9%. No, we didn't kunim. And see, if you are such a winnable person in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, all we need is to convince an additional 9% of the country's votes to vote for him. You don't throw him away and assume, say, Yankofa Kwame Nkrumah Tikesie and number started. No, you need so ko benya 20% to, so benya 30% to, so benya 50% to, so benya 60% to. Again, the facts of the matter and the historical trends in Ghana, and say, apart from Omampeni John Dramani Mahama, now Oye acting president in 2012 or election for the first time of winning, we've not ever had a candidate run an election for the first time in this country and won. And see, I don't know be taking our risk, I don't know be taking our assumption, when the present facts and data and historical way nature trend in nature say nipana wa could be pen. Although me say me my airline na makoto Obama Kwame Nkrumah Tikesie pen. That's a Kwame Nkrumah Tikesie call elections. The likelihood say metumi asen ato ama no higher than say obi foforo kra na eba. Enti as a party yenimre to be able to risk and use assumptions when we have the facts facing us say all we need in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is 9% of the vote of this country, and he will be president. Then we quickly run and go and look at the trend. Now over the period, on my way, your vote pattern how is it like? Then you realize that almost all the presidents are Yenya, almost all the presidents are Yenya. They built on their past elections to get to the presidency. Omampeni Nkrumah 98, 96, Wenya. And about 2000 Obenya 2000 Obama 96 no Okotia on former president Rollins are not yet incumbent president Okoye, and that was Omampeni Nkrumah first time. And as a first time he lost. Rollins within here. And then Omampeni Nkrumah came into the 2000 elections as a second time candidate. This time Obatia first time candidate Professor Tamils. Professor Tamils, as a result of being a first time candidate, lost. Omampeni Nkrumah won the 2000 elections. Then Omampeni Nkrumah won 2004 again. In 2008 elections, Omampeni Nkrumah mbre aso. Just as Omampeni John Dramani Mahama mbre aso this elections, friend is saying after this elections, And now MPP who being say be candidate for. NDC for realize that Omampeni Professor Mills and ya turn that then any be any baby obviously be our turn elections are about visibility, about image identification, about name identification. And see, almost saying repeat Professor Mills in the 2008 elections. And guess what? Because Professor Mills at that time was running for the third time against another Danko Ekufuado candidate who is coming for the first time, again, the electoral trends and the political science was at play. It's in another Danko Ekufuado being a first timer, lost the 2008 elections. Professor Mills won the 2008 elections. Then Nana Danko Ekufuado now counts back into the elections. How many times? 2012, 2008 he lost, 2012 he lost, then 2016 on the third attempt he won the elections. Why did the MPP repeat on Ekufuado? Because the MPP was very clear in their minds all that period. Say, see, I can't say yes, son, another Danko Ekufuado. They say, yeah, 3 years na Kwechiri. Because at any point in time, I had a candidate for Bebano. Now, or constate free zero. And see, we need to get the consistency in our candidates to ensure, say, we are building on what he has done to win election. By the time we got to 2016, everybody in this country, just as it happened for Tamils in 2008, everybody in this country was ready for another Dankwa Ekufuado presidency because they have heard his message, they know him, they've seen him, we have a similar scenario as a new patriotic party in the 2028 elections. Now, the Amaya say, unlike in the past, Omampeni was no ever 2 times in Tinka. After the first attempt by Bawumia, he will be going against an incumbent president. We have a president who will be exiting after the 2008 elections. It is a NDC for Pew. Omu here first timer. No, I'll be running 2028 elections. That is where the MPP's advantage is. An NDC first timer versus a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is a well-established politician, well-known. Every Ghanaian in everywhere in this country knows his name, knows his face, knows his message, his vision, what he represents. That is the winnable candidate in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Then the third point, which is the third leg, the formidability of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. as a party you hear kendinia or the temperament no ne vision ne temperament ne character ne suni ne bino eye dia Ghana for be na wa too. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in this country be him say ope on my way mo politician or ye precise in terms of as ultimately asserting ho e won the beliefs in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And that is why as a vice president you didn't know come on sometimes people say as na ono na omampani. It is because some of the most transformational difficult decisions and combined with a bit taking in 50 years a bit taking his assertive decision making character led him to stand firm and took those decisions without any aggression against anybody. And today, Ghana has become a model for so many African countries and even some first world countries as such. When Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia realized that Ghana ha etumi kum. When Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia realized that opemfo awoka na hemachibe tu ewo MBA du Ghana ha utumi esane se hospital and as a health center na enyamuja amfa mano. When Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia realized say on my way mu obi tumi yare ayemache 3 na the health facility bi de bi owo ashoti edro bi na wewu no. And then he noticed okay, what is the cause? Almost they know say the road is bad, into be or walk kana answer now be in the health center now the number the district hospital abeji mojano ne wo wo kwan so. Okay, it means I would have to construct all the roads in all our communities before we can solve that problem. That is something that is not possible immediately. So Dr. Bawumia sat there and said, how do we fix this whilst we work on the long-term solution? And then he went and introduced the zip line drone system. I ne meno kasi say owoka obi e wo Busa South. Na say eye anti-snake a drone kwa no here e hu hia so bewu because drone e be deliver man in minutes. I ne awo eka oba e wo ne kura say ayemache 2. Na say awaka na bibi eye na wa shorty moja drone e di moja ekwakoma no. Embra or the side way by no. NDC for can say in fact NDC women organizer can say enya the papa biana eyade ya eba behwe ma ho wedware. That's what he said. Today even the United Kingdom UK afi no mashasia omo ye saying zipline drone system to deliver health services to their country. UK afi no mashasia. As I speak to you, you never did dance say ade bakwa ababe boye maya speed up the formalization of our economy. The national ID system. National ID system is okay history. It dates back to Gold Coast independence time. You can't mind you. On my penny before by or by activity here. On my into me. It took Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to come and ensure say the national ID system, which is a far advanced ID system than even the ID cards UK name US citizens. No. That is what he's introduced into this country. And today, look at how it is transforming our economy. And then, your friend is saying Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, are driving a lot of young people who have become young CEOs or more e-commerce and running businesses online because of the establishment of the national identification system, which has led to integration and synchronization of all databases. And now national identification card number, and a senator number. And your tax ID number, and I will register with business, and be your bank account, and it be a confidence number for young people to even sit at their homes and run businesses and still do well. That is the kind of transformational leader Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is. And remember, say, Sanyama we are making one thing. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, they were not popular ideas because any car coin, any school dying, any market, any hospital na wusi. Inti nipa ne mfa ne hu inti it takes a while unia akukudro unye decisive enye assertive untumi nya saa akukudro ne mfa ye saa implementation and that is the kind of character we have in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. For us as a political party, there is no single individual that has taken on the NDC, our opponent, like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has. And until I know say NDC for ammunitions ni arsenals ni omo ntoko nyina amo de Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. In fact, if you am man penny Mahama Baby, how many times and what you say will be Kasa Waka, Mahama, Nana, Jane, Abaida. Baba Kwame, When you said nekra your opposition kray, friend is in the middle of phone, so better soka, Ekufado Bawumia government, Ekufado Bawumia government, Ekufado Bawumia government. Why? Because Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has always been a thorn in the flesh of the NDC. Always, all the time. He is the only MPP person without doubt to say he takes the fight to the NDC. And that is the kind of leader that the New Patriotic Party across the country we are looking for. You are responsible for the future and fortunes of our party. As a party people, all of us from the polling station, electoral area, constituency, national, regional, we win together, we lose together. We only need a leader or a level-headed or a sober to be able to drive everybody around the flag of the MPP and appeal to the non-MPP 9% in this country to vote for our party to come to power in the next 2028 elections. You know, his formidability, he is winnable, he is the most prepared. For me, are the three crucial elements are a properly Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ahead of all the others going into the elections. And see, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia's prime minister not very running. It's not just about MPP. It is also as much as about the people of this country as it is about the New Patriotic Party. Because you see, we are 2 in 1. Me no say candidates almost running now. Why not articulate clear-cut vision for the people of this country? None. But open for our microphone. Now, see from Kwabeka Junction, trust whether the business the Dr. Bawumia or bad, then Obayama teacher for they will tell you. Then Obayama is for they will tell you. Then Obayama my friend is saying minus, they will tell you. Because he has taken his time over the period to articulate what his vision is for the people of this country. Maybe Amasama can say, we have in Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia a fine balance between a technocrat and a politician. Adebia, we have been missing for a very long time as a country. The closest I buy towards getting that was Professor Mills. Friend say, when to me anya 8 years amanye ankwankusi. We have in Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia that fine balance between a thoroughbred politician and a well cut out technical man who is hands-on. Otchere Jumanase, what to know when he was say the new Ghana now done a niswa opeswa debano. He's going to facilitate it, accelerate it, and make sure say in the next few years, say you about UK, you about America, you about Germany, you about Finland, Ghana, so you bet me just as BBC air reported drone services UK almost use Ghana as in front of that is where Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia wants to push us. And as a country, I think that from Mampini Mahama Beni area, we have a fine opportunity to also see what Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has to offer for this country. We don't lose anything. He lose to say, Papi Amaye who clearly say, as a Mampini Abeditiano, Unyahwa Queen Obituary and Yamabi. Because Kakeo to me as a vice president, it's evident for all of us. Okay. Mahama any area, let's give Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia also an opportunity to also do it for us. We'll do this for our future. We'll do this for our children. We'll do this for the generations that are behind us. Voting for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and it is not for those of us who are alive today. It is for our children, the 5-year-old, the 6-year-old, the 7-year-old, the children unborn who are looking forward to come into the Ghana that is already ready to compete with other countries across the globe. And the leader that can deliver that to us is Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. And that is why what do we need to sum up? We will say in the midst of all the noise, and they did their question, party people are clear in their mind, say, we have been in this situation before. When we encountered this in 2008 after our loss, and the year between 2008 before we came to power, that is what we are going to use as an experience and double it up so that 2028 CMI is the best opportunity. We can take advantage. NDC are bringing a new candidate. Why would you also want to bring a new candidate? Where is your advantage? NDC kophobia obi animu into what advantage in would you be obi animu beba preko? Sene baya yebetumi nya say 10 steps answer no more candidate ni be 2 na or 6 dada because our candidate is already known. We have the biggest opportunity to come to power faster in 2028 with Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia than any other person. Obia to me yamani, obia to me bamani, but ye petumi dia And then the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kwame.
Okay. Mami na was na mi se nyampa ma ya na de ye nchia so ama no.
Me so da so sine nyame hira o ma no.
O hira won so. Owura Dennis Miracle Aboaje ene ye no atwetwe nkom. Okay 101.7 so e dima His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Na Mami fa enkomo we entwam. Onye was a special prosecutor was say wakwa akwache wafre Paul Adom Otchere. Aha. Na ofre ni wie no was de ba bio.
Ofre ni wie no so ama bail conditions. Was say ometi. 2 landed properties in his name.
Na Paul so oni bi.
Oso oni bi.
Okay.
Kopim so benye bini die na kire say all blue gate.
Oh blue gate. Na tikisi obi ko si dan ma no akoto anwea akoto asase si dan mbo.
O fa chise no de chise o na waboa.
Woye. Na ma men kira asem num ese.
Okay.
Ghana Airport Company Limited for ehun se ese sika asese wo mu nya no. Wo mu enye dai enya. Nti so wo mu nya de a wo mbepe company bia ntokuro a emesika nwunu wo ho no. Wo mbe seal no. By way set one din fidie ni ade beba betimi a check saa ade ni nyina ti say na SMF for yama Ghana ye petrol say you go to free you go to special prosecutor to free ho no say ye nim de obi akofa no various tanks ahodo across the country ye nim na tie bie mu papa na SML ye ne de no wono na win saa contract na Ghana Airport Company Limited for person will be better na revenue assurance job no. Yes, you find revenue assurance.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Being come fan to me say wa mo je adwuma no 2023 woni ma wan wase wo mu say 2023 no be pem na ye kasa yi ye ma wo mo 1 cedi
company na ya bo mo pa so mbe check loopholes esika enwunu nko no 2023 ye nchi omoka
ebe pem ne enti me question na me busan se company no eye Evertech company question me busan say Evertech
okay
company asma me busan say the special prosecutor dey no wo hwehwem si atue sika na ma wo mo ena it was okay enamra kwan so mo antua ma contract no kora no mo amfa kwampa so ena mo de contract na se yentua ahwema wo mo eti akurase maka nkonye dai onwe eti wa dia na wagie a uhwem wonye hwe and in law you can't put something on nothing
bibie ni ho ade bibi kwato so eti dia na wo hwehwem Evertech for no revenue assurance job we de ma wo mo no wo ma ya wo mu sika esese ye de ma wo mo no ye mfa ma wo mo since 2023 ebe prim ni enti die na ohwehwem boy ba ko a wo no so kra no o mo ache no no onye adwuma ewo SML we consultant Emma Evertech. Okay.
Mahon. Na enema be hwima so kakra. Se Ghana ni ye adwuma so far as we Ghana ni no ye egu no ne fe.
Ye bepe kwan bia
so. Kwan bia ye di egu no. SML dia ye kan. Wonim se efidia no omde akobbo ho no. Ye di akobbo eyi no ho no. No awonyi sika free GR nchen yo.
Okay.
GRA for ene ma wo mo ayi contract se fan wo no se eba koba se ye de akogu tank ni mu na nkrofo bi ba be yi a di omo yie no dudu o yi ya eso tua ho tax ni yenim bibie ni wa ye de check say na ti o SML adwuma na eba no say na tie bibie ni wa ye de check enti sa na tie de a ye yemfa so a yenya no yenya
Okay.
But say adwuma ko bi beba no obetumi aye nhye say. Okay, me the machines, technology, me ba bebo ho. Di obi aye bia no. Yete ha ye hunu. GRO fo ebe hunu, customs fo ebe hunu. Ehunu say na wayi. Wo say ase say wo yie na no. Na a show omo e de be omo office
no so.
Na omo fidie no so nyi omo nko an na ehwe. Customs fo wo ho a wo so check. De wo yiye no watua kama aban ama GRO a wo mo nim. Wuntua ka wo mo nim. Dodo a wo yiye o mo nim. Anadwo na wakowura ho se wukoyi a wo mo nim pemfidi a wo de akọ across the country no.
Okay.
Various depots no. Sanity ena GRO no omo ye nhye se fan wo no wotimi de do ni ye na enwunu no wotimi ye na mfaso ba ye bema mu wo hamu inchemu 0.5 enu 1%. Na no kura no ye de mamo a ye besa atem tax efidie no so amode bebobo no eye mo amu mfidie a science donation mo na mbobo mo ade wonka na om se yate en wo mayama se Ghana fan wo ho ne star downstream wo manye sika bibiri eno na ba ye se na anu ada no special prosecutor ye se obahwehwem wo kai se mampani na pen so no o ma KPMG eye audit report
ai me kai pa
ade no eye good pa bebo a man no we nti special prosecutor na dawroma oba ye no wa frɛ wo mo na wonu wo mo adi nkita ho
okay
ha se ohwehwem sa contract no ohwehwem na ohwehwem no na wo ma kodutu wo mo office wo mfidie no wo na wo de monitor nyina akọ special prosecutor office nti bepim na sei no minim kwan on fa so hunu se fan wo no obi akoyi dodo sei from various depots na esi etuaka ana de tosumienu sa revenue assurance machines nipa na papa na won de SMS ma no
okay
ono ana won de revenue assurance at the airport so me dey
e dia ma
no se ono so ncheki na niam bia enwunu sikasem mu no wo mo ncheki wo mo ye se wo mo ye se minim se eno eye adwuma na asa nya adwuma
na since 2023 ye nti obo ka besi nei to wo mo si den ye adwuma
aha eti no amukura de wo mo ni daso se ye den a abado ka beba na ye se minim se wo mo akwachi kane bo che ne ade yi se no the question is enfidie no wo mbekwa akotutu anu so afiri wa na wo mo ntutu
se ne omo ye ba ko no
aha minim eti asem se ne tie ye ntua wo mo ka 3 years ni not a father has been paid
and so omo go so ye adwuma
eti ye se no wo hwehwe mu a me adwuma me ye no akatia ese de ma me no ye mfa ma me 3 years ni eti ye se wo hwehwe mu a wo baka se makwaje akatua bi a eni se me die de bi
tisi ada na ohwehwe
ye nhwe na akiri ebehu de ebesi nti asam no nyina no wo be se ne pa eno no okay 101.7 eso eni na ye nkodi enkomoi ye ne na biribu ahe memo ache
ba se na joso
na bokode
o nyame adaroma na enkran kuma se kwani na se kura o
asembe kwani
ai babia enkwada no nyai accident na omu ye no enora me twemu na me kokoto nkokọ hauko na kese akwa kuma se nkokọ no kwa no ne lawyer na me ni ko shi akizito bayu me ni di nkomo so se lawyer ofi chebi nkwanta so ba nkokọ akwa ne na wa se ye ko si adu ofan kuma se ekosi ana ejoso ekosi nkokọ kwa ne
ba
nane to free chebiba
nane what bani efiri so enche me ka say mo the policy ayi crab by mantra be year of roads eni ade enti 8 years kuma senkra kwan mo anyo
sentina me bia no me kokum amanfo be bedi mate wo ntimi nka se NDC nkoa na nyaade wo niam bi ho NPP so nyaade niam bi ho enso bi percent ka obiri ba he wo kasa kan se da bia kan se NDC nyewu NDC anyadi wo NDC I will not do that me and no ma maybe am ko ye wo mam ko ye wo case no ma me ba ko se lawyer okura o kan ho bi na NDC lucy MPP no mara dan oro tim twabo ye de o na mara mun ko an mi twabo NDC so mi twabo oro NDC so ya twabo
sa MPP fo su ba no o munyai ye nyina obi frɛ wa mesabi obi ni munyam 40 se me ka wan kan ka bi maye nam se udi usika no wani kranchi nam ka ho ana me mabua
eye Tikesie eye bra dwene ne ntiasie so na ufri edwo so kɔ na kɔhwe dwaso konongo ukwa kurum ubedi mre uba ubedi mre na babi abaye cement ya wo muyi kwan ya fa konongo kuri achi mesemeka atiefo senka mani bia yampanyimfo no pa sabe ka acho sabe anyado mesemeka sabe wo nyansa pa kase wo betimu a nka wede kurotie hoyi saa kwa no ye de ma private company no just mo se Kofi Jobu ono abayi kwa no no waye ni tobutu wo so enti uduru ho a opa afa konongo kurum opa afa approach baby ye de ma private
nana
yoko kan papers and no papers the mahama say Crofo market obey me say wurade nyankopon enti da be na nyankopon obama ye discerning minds amanfo pa wo madwene sebe mudo betima bedi mani ya ni mama me
na me be Crofo market mimi maame no oton ade ho obi anim Crofo statue house ho no e wona yeti na kofo time ene o mbebu ni nyina so o musi ene o de ma then MPP chairman bi se wo contract no o dia ena kofo ansia NDC ba ye Pizamese ba ya sa ba ye Nanado ba ya sa ba ye etimi ne obi akra ka bibia menyini
na ya de mansika se mkoye Aflawo market mkoye Kofodua market mkoye Crofo market mkoye Kejetia market enti puti akra chofo muti etuaso but no eya za ane adufude pewo aza why opeso ko Crofo market nti otimi ya Crofo market no kwaje bosia ebe Crofo market a owia no wanya shop no be ha ono be fa be sedu obama MPP panyini bidu obama constituency chairman du obama ne namfofo du wakwaje abanu bosia na ntabi sabem paani me koye na
mame nka ba akokura nkyerɛ unu se omo ye kagetia no na stores no omo che unso tu fo kura bufu wo ho se
me kai pa
ase muye store na mo chema mo ho ana me frɛ pani bi o se pani mi pa cho store no me se muye allocation nka me to bi ko anaka me dia ma yi me maame o dia azmo ka James kwa me yi no e hia so na sinsa na se wo me ehunu dia aka no a ye be che no
no me se me ko me boss for no better more ton me pebi ato nam so me da ye me store you lawyer mati everything and when the makasa very true
the same thing
no we let's be very honest oh my so meka me nya kan to I am hugely disappointed in Yamanda for Yamanda. And this by a kufo a jacunkofo, Mfiamotre, where Timon who said train shrinking ever kumase, train and kotakwa, train ko elubu, train and craflawo, train and koboko. Professor Martin John Mahama by train and Cobebia.
Na ne.
Akufo Dubai.
Na.
Train and Cobebia.
Na ne.
Ye.
Sika bi be 10 million bi ni ade ye twa ye meka honorable Jogate penso ye see the rehabilitation of railways num ni ade wonim say na de ni nyina no enkofo atutu ni nyina afiri ehoko.
Oh ma binim ka so omuchi binim ka de omkoko. What type of leadership, what type of politician, what type of academician? Na Nyankopon wo di ba ma ya presi. Ami akwa mo menam si. Edu ba bia uhu kaspa atenten be se du eko Burkina Faso. Na kwan no onam so free o. Odu ba bia omko we wo mo niam no a ofa ho a ne watua bibia na obi. Ne ka na twa na obi age sika nti da kro wo ma wo ho no. Obi be pon no kuta be 20,000 Ghana. I think my na prota. Why do we allow this nation to develop to this level? Both MPP and NDC. I think the man pro at the tesa. I know you can say now no okuja to black was or makunya $13 million. Or more the market wa flow. Yet you know you to or mom coffla will look me coffee near me. It been about 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 o'clock 3 a.m. No master tiga. Now 3 a.m. $13 million. No, won't find a train quan in could draw flow. Now could draw flower a jadifona or mukobano or more consortium. You put up a consortium or more see a store dial. I think I'm sick and tired of some Ghanaian intellectuals, some Ghanaian academicians, and some Ghanaian politicians. I'm sick and tired. Me can't want some me tete. Na some could any. A tempan a coso. You can be a real chronobo. And look, don't go for Joe wrote something in 209. Don't go for Joe book, you know. None than the quapon. And my neck is Otchere forward. Don't go for Joe said from 206 to Baninano. Nabano Booye, Ewo MPP tradition. And this was confirmed by yeah, don't go for Joe.
Aye, sir, Doctor, don't go for Joe.
Yeah.
What Ahujo area one? Okay.
Yeah. Because don't go for Joe said they don't go Buzia traditional unimno war. A dankwa pencil. Imanobes belam pencil. A Kufuado pencil. Then the Dankwa Buzia traditional onim no Buzia pencil. Dankwa Buzia traditional ohunu Buzia pencil. Na Dankwa Buzia traditional ohunu a dubwa ni pencil. Enya no nebe wie Dankwa Buzia traditional ohunu kofo pencil. And therefore, bibibi free ni mu and permit me perhaps to quote what Kwame Nkrumah said. Mr. Muara, and therefore, Nkrumah said, failure to curb corruption, uphold the Dankwa Buzia traditions belief in meritocracy in its appointment to high office, and for similar misdeeds, which gave the impression that the NPP government was motivated by greed and selfishness, rather than a concern for the interests of the country and its suffering people. That was written in 209.
Wow.
209. Kwame Nkrumah and Alex Couple. And so, who can Nkrumah, who can Buzia, who can Kufuado, who can JB Dankwa. Now, we shall say, from Kofo group na yenya any Kufuado group na yenya. Moja na yena nanam Dankwa Buzia obesebelamte akwajenu arampon samam. Sa moja na be kondi traditional be sinem. It is moja na ho. Joda bay. Na UGC the clear. If you draw some work. Jordan. Na Jordan na made in fear draw some work. You bet me a campus on shit. Nya Dankwa, nya Buzia no ye. Ya toka lio dombo num Kufuado Any woman didn't come. Pa Grantonum, Gladys Asmanum, Peter Lajete, BJ Darocham, what they stood for is it the present generation of the Danko Buzia Free, Yegina? No, and as for the NDC, the least you talk about it, the better.
Na, ma yemra asemiso. Die wakan, na no mo party so o ma bie eyinumu sese obi o pepa so obetu obekọ flag bearer position no ye de aba. Na ma minti utos kakra bi se ni kusa me no nkomo no ne doso. Ewo sika wo mo egie 100,000 for forms so ba for another 500,000 ka ho 600,000 fa aka ho ebisi doso ebisi esua enu me ade eto saying
no, I would. How did you make defend the MPP for? If we say, make can there be a make tuber for there be a the catch rabbit there be a very fat. Near baby, you're pussy, when you're pussy, when you're
ah, what will sir?
And Cassandra Behu, baby. Until Utuba for them fat. When the party was in power, the Casemo registered Master some pro couple, Bosumi Bia, no beatia. Let us obey you bia. Into boy in Yabet Ditino, and on the bear party. Who can be me because of the delegate system? The delegate system is on a nipple begging on us or physical. Now, Bamuya. Not from to Honda. Never co-position. The co-position, Sikaniho. I know about the co-position. Africa, my Sikaniho. And this is the who say, yea, so everyone can you. Now, but before you saw very good what Kohusha. Now, the Hinsika. Beko buy lessons for the Hinsika. Beko Legon, Echo, yeah. Conference we hear sika nti bibia ni futuo no konkrom bibia ni futuo and therefore say ye bebiem ama wa opese ugina no waba yemfa nya no means bi ni nya la sulala ni nya bibi ento futuo that is all sika na be ka no ni ni se ba sha da say on be so mutinchim obi nsa anaba bobia po ana behunu
ba na nei ebinom boso bo se die ntie sese sika ni ho a mo de be campaign no businessmen e bo MPP mo ba power no mo ba ye mo guom bebire enwuma.
That is the reality. That is the reality. And when you talk of this, they will insult you, they will attack you. That is the reality. When you talk of this, they will insult you, they will attack you. In any serious political dispensation, no, as I say, when a group of people be at Wamusha Demua, Wamono Ebehu, and if it is the timber industry, Jowak and Unkra or more and this near you portray them into the MPP. What I say?
Jowak, Eastern region.
Eastern region.
Okay.
Madam Fio Western North Canroya. He's in the Canroya. He's in the timber industry. He's a businessman. Find a way to poach him. Who poach Canroya? Not the be a Western North Yaman. Approaches.
Oh, Freddy Omri and obeying after obeying.
Very good. Oh, yeah, MP. I think of the parliament. No, Printy Bush.
Binimpa.
Professor Kwame.
Professor Kwame.
Oh, yeah, MP. And said of the no Printy Bush.
Yes.
So, when you are in power, make sure, say, Bush, no, Professor Kwame, approaches, no, would it be mom? Then maybe you can tell Professor Kwame, Professor approaches. Can Royal know when this is not here, fortunately, here, Tono. I'm an abayon. Yeah, check constituencies be a mamma. More than mobile finance those constituencies. Professor Kwame, no, these are things you need to do.
And the fact any work must see a book one hole.
You don't allow be a minister be and a DCE be and no not pay nipa ba could be in the front to mine. No dress canoman, no nipa no copper no di gun bottom, no so di gu bottom. Party na a man will be said DPM. What exactly is the party benefiting from that person? What exactly is the party benefiting from that person? Look, Land Commission, and can we make sure some board time and I'm about pointing full-fledged MPP for. And therefore, say, Bas Asasibi, Abbas Abanin Yushi, Nase, as I say, Omotea, Nanka, Baby Biano, Womia Bia, Omoton Bia near the Fortuna Koto party no foot. But you have some individuals that won't MPP in the Womokotanamo. That I don't know what this something from MPP or this canal or the Agun bottom. Into party, into I would this any pancotina. If I saw Ben a party in your free pen.
Well,
now, never, so no, out of omission and commission of those individuals, no, my party for almost party national, and Yakono, or that area. So whether it is Kumasi, whether it is Sinane, whether it is Tamale, whether it is Owa, whether it is the same Quayman or Damfat, then you they will vote against you. But individuals should be asked of omission and commission. Go to Krobo. So many young sides the hills, the Pona Bakery transfers and the Tono, and your land commission official. And your MPP didn't know you. Sign my MPP for true. So, the MPP is at a crossroad. You keep a very serious, dynamic, forward-looking, strong, national chairman and the general secretary. You need people the man will not go to the minister's office, but with a telephone call, hey, Minister of Foreign Affairs, come to my office. Minister of Foreign Affairs, bruh. And I am the general secretary, or I am the national chairman. Now, no bribuan for 4 pencil. Now, with diplomatic passport. Diplomatic passport to do a kufuado pencil. He is the deputy general secretary of the party. He wants his deputy
as deputy general secretary of the ruling government. Now we need a red book. Maybe
as a minister of state, you're the man. Nana pencil.
When we knew.
I went to the minister. The minister, I went to her one-on-one. My sister, the passport in Miami, I'm the deputy general secretary. I want to renew it. My brother, sorry, you hear from me. Yes, that is the reality. So the MPP is at a crossroad, which you need people. My brother, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, I'm reliably told, sir, during the later part of Nanadono, all MPs were issued with diplomatic passport. All MPs, so including NDC MPs. Including NDC MPs were issued with diplomatic passport. But Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, who has his own passport issued to him during comfort time, then renew a manner.
Nana party na de ukwa jipe ni movie girl na.
Oh, right.
Na me can say.
No crime woman say. The party no cry no ayira. The party no cry no ayira. Do you think say BJ da watch na the general secretary? Uji di say Peter Lajete, uji di say Odo Isaac. Uji di say Jenin Boateng, uji di say Damboche na the general secretary. Do you think MPP will be experiencing this?
Debbie.
So coming back to leadership and political actors in Ghana, both MPP and NDC. What is happening? Share. NDC for AE Kwame to Sunani Kurumu, Akidachi, or Okokoto Kuruma, Utimfa Hobepie, Doma Secretary Dantia, Wakwa Wababisi Dumashia Fia Pri Road, what's enough for my MPP by 8 years and Kwano. man yahushi by musical tarwan into Kwana say. And the Kwana this for ye, Ninka in your bonnet. A bed the congestion on it. And this and Kaoko on a town, no do Alaska, no offering fanso, Rokoshi New Domain. Ufri at my echo. But no 8-year period. Yen this year, woman yet. My man, and the other man, I couldn't. And you know, to see a man weighing in a month, MPP for pencil, bears a better quantity bunso, better quantity to Crutia. Contractors no be any site because there is a change of camp. So the contract, no, my private company, be so one for the Sikanya, and can this buy something in case unstoppable.
There be as a
Conway and Wagon too, and think a while bet no, would do up for Krum. Won't you for Krum, for Dynamic you won't appear because. I don't leadership in Ghana, what are we dressing? It was both MPP and MPP. But MPP from Claudia and Bayer Niaman Kakran Kakari. Bayer Niaman Kakran Kakari. But that's when this is. Now, we can say, the Professor Moss, and fear Dumi and San Ouya. One of the leaders of Metewamuswa Masori, Metenasa Swat, sorry, Mete Mandela Swat, sorry. But the coffee Fabuzia swap, sorry. Because there's an answer when you're NDC. When I said I need to water. I don't need to be a member of the NDC to meet some Professor Bosso said, more for Piao. This is one of the good leaders the world has ever produced. This is one of the good leaders Ghana has ever produced. This is one of the good leaders. Nyankopono, Nankawe, so man transit. Professor Moss for you. Na Professor Moss pencil and I was in Mahama Ayan in the year. What is a Professor Moss pencil in Quebec? Capida. It is a one brandy Satam Kra. Professor Moss as an individual, teacher man. Catcher of Yankopon and Yankopon. My professor. Misata. Misata was a very good leader. Misata was a very good leader. Misata, the quality is the Bawumia. But unfortunately, so we are in a dilemma. Maybe particular because the way I'm making campaign, the way I'm saying a Ghana Konin, the way I'm saying Ghana and the way I made Tentan. One Samijan fee gold board was formed. Now, Manfreka, and a gold board, I'm here, Munya, Mokking. And yes, yes, Samijan fee, Madame. PMMC, Abba. You wish all my idea. The young woman, you won't mention your gold board on the day. And the gold board, it's export gold. A large scale mining companies. So you may hate NDC, because NDC, but with the policy should be so very, so is it be there? The NDC, the MPP, the NDC, the policies should be here, individuals should be here, characters should be here, they've been very good. Without him blending when would send a Dominica Uni or to Papa Shui. Not for to go for that. What is the go for that when you go for that? You'll be our Shannon, send your Uni, dear. Uncle to send this person could go for Damian Minister for Just after day. Get Dominican lawyer ethically and professionally.
Now, what do you, Mammy, no, we cry, and not make a member. Mammy Tokonu. Ne case ya the court na court so strike it out that application no it will say
and no but let me take this opportunity to congratulate the woman. Why are they pa the yas and tours of this country minka yas and tour of the present day okay yas and tour from be did this man this for no year or margin say. Oh, young fan, young Tata, yet Tata, no, or resign. Or resign, it's a quemo about. But she has shown, say, or memory, why are they? Now, okay, so yes, you'll be a con. Now, High Court, you know, my meaning full reasons to say, Kevin Taylor, the meaning full reasons, no. Until Menu Mishubano, Minyanya full reasons na mempese bi ne beka da kirikiri mu. Na me a me kanya, na me a me hwe. Ne me a me hu. Enti wako minyanya full reasons. But I will encourage her to fight up. Uncle Sunko, Baba we did not tell me nothing. But Ninyan Kupong any posterity will say, this was a heroine. She fought a good fight. And she did run a good race. Why are there? A mountain says, no, Nema Bibria Tata, President Mahaman, Benya Tata. The way I know Mono did he say, or more yes, now or obey Ghanaian or Ben. But why are there probably? Who follow Nassau? Now, near question, a Magana dim pony outside. Quick serious investor in this world. The Casemiko investing money be more. Chief Justice on the attack line. Which serious investor? And that will be corrupt investor. The genuine investor coming from UK, genuine investor coming from Canada, USA, Switzerland, he will not come. Perhaps you will go in for investors from the Far East or Asian countries. You know. So it's sending a bad signal. It's sending a very bad signal. And President Mahama has been a huge disappointment because Professor Mosan Kobe and Yakoshi. Professor Mosan Kobe did the tribe will be at them, obeyed the Asof, obeyed the Ahim for them. And so no, now woman adequate protection. Professor Mos. What? No, MPP for no, they fish no Kosura. Moma Yanka Sentiabe. They say, they made initial mistakes. Who can't submit or Mumfa or Munti. I say, na be no did itself from better than Hoda. But from Swan to Hoda. Now from some to Hoda. And let's say, or Ma or Mubricodianum, Ebri, and a bean umbra or more solicitor for fancy. Or more we should party me dim, Nancy Capi, never him back to them. Back to them. And no beating like I say, Nanya politics. Or what? He benefited immensely.
I mean,
I say, Niti Omrana or Mapuana, or the Nanya politics.
One penny, one for one penny.
So that is the problem. But development in Ghana, leaders should be proactive. Leaders should be proactive. Kwame Bebre, Monfama, Uncle, the blasters na aircraft ball near ya. Yet she can be shell prim. But train, sometimes I am the say, now you're paying for you. Into Munion is a baby war, bass or satin to an accuracy. A better leader, she better be a man for an intin or Mumpessive to the Jumanana. But that is a sign of county. Because she can't say, Niger, Burkina Faso, for Quenis to Capri, Quenis was say, no Bobosia, near your toe boot. Baby, a toe boot in crowd on where to do. President, we could see Crofo market, we could see a flower market, we could see
Mamma was in a case I can't, that your boy.
I gave a boy, because you know, Africa has a long way to go. And I mean, that's what Tara say, or cop you. I don't know, cop you. Because Africa, with due respect, it's like a
Bakuna or buy, you know, was in our training will be apprenticeship of leadership.
Coliba, no, we are Coliba.
Aha, it you a pass and why we must when you be what Trashville when you be what Mosokro when you be what
that's when you be. Talk to the crowd, your system. Then you go to Cameroon. Probia
94, 92 or 94. 94, yeah.
94, no. I know I should have to be an inti. Last time, no, that's not 8 years. So Probia will be talking. Now, President Mahama could not allow Equatorial Guinea, but he will need reparation. Reparation session. Come a better in Kwano, no country go higher friend in Ghana. Better in Kwano, country go higher friend Nigeria.
Anna, young fancy.
No, is it? A baby something now, Obriba won't take party. But I mean to party old home. I don't need to form a political party because I meet a lot of people because well, dear, so you're very good. I don't want to party. And don't need to form a political party. Because I must say, MPP name, I said, Roma, so no, Nanny and Yamashan, Yatim, men political party, men free Roman, make Roman, men free MPP, men free politics in Ghana. Because people like you moving in and go on person, so good board idea now, man for a camera. Would you mean there is some madam for your madam for your metamfu? Let's look at the policy good board. And the good board, your my spot channel here, giant mining companies in your Mondiaco. Into MPP, into gold board, young and yet.
Mamma was saying, let me say, your pamphama, why? No.
And you see, that is it. And in some no, and a walk with you know. The BIA MPP for we. Omano ya tisemako. Paul Adom Otchere. I know beyond minchime. Miyendi obia sika. Obient minchime. Obient minyese. Eno macho. Into nyanya fia. What is the bail condition? Napoko yo. Matthew opoku prempe. Ankane running mate Edma Dr. Alhaji Bawumia. Iyoko freno. Special prosecutor freno. But because of say at the end of the day, the investigation of Moye Fan Hono, they saw nothing wrong with him. Entina was Omuyeden, Omujano. Now Omuyeden, Omujano, no nani baby. What in the metro na say? I was Omujano, no nani baby. Eti enami no kasai. Paul Adom Otchere. Sebi nyado. Unyanya fia. Esiden ena owo blue gate. On some people for a catch them. A catch them. Sadia moye. NDC baba moi. Ube hum smoothness level. And one after the other. Kakran. And I know say by 2028 dear. Na omo be the jail at the jail. Omo monso ombetna yoku asu afre Ghana for ina munsori o. MPP for ina munsori o. Eye munti ena mahama eye misei. Sanko for no so ho. And nensha se mu ina mati de esi. Say yoku so ma complete chama won't mini case ina wie. Anya so mo wie ni keke. He is ready to face the battle. Internami no kasai. Udi court at Renki. Chama won't me a di court at Renki. And Mahama won't mention me. And people ended for Yensrumo and one Yensrumo. Moka a lot of things. Moka say be brave. And then what are we seeing? You see, omo no mo tinchenya omo no chabe no. So no munim so mo diska enti no. Say kutie bia wo ni mowura. Ekutie bia ni mowura. Enti omo sha say omo efu me ndisi for sha say omo ka ya ba operation recover all loot. Ya be chichi nkrofo gun na nesa nkofo no Paul Adom Otchere no omo tete platform so and omo yeden omo kasa. Omo make a lot of comments because no munim say adeno baby akika kon so mo ni anya dia. A bit careful, massive, but Emrade said Patapakra no, ye de Mrane run pieto. Patapa, Ubi or ye patapa phone. Ubia or yes, media, min penny, min ye see. I don't know the day ye de Mara, the law is the law. and the law is the law. And unima could be some mitokono or no cancer asem no crano and nembrano yin sulia tokono and nembrano a yin sulia what tam na asem ediako a equa scott womrekwa se wo gidie wo court for one kasa wabe judicial wabe chief justice. You will never take that decision. But because of say mami tokono no anim say wase court system no and when him say oh honom the suban bi oye inti no say ne ono so de na asem ko ho they will do the same to her into watam asem ne de kopim ECOWAS court. What a funny ways it make Paul Adom Otchere enkofo bebre di nachi enche they will be arrested. Maka MPP for Yebra John Mahama ni bra bre no and he won't spare anybody. He won't what? Spare anybody. For bia honche no. For bia honche no. Obia wo be di o man we so. Obia se bia busi bia nya do be di o man we so a wadi sika bia no. Yebra John Mahama and in ND Saban say they will make sure these people will face the law. They will make sure they will face the law squarely. What in a michona say? Ombe face mrano. Ombe face mrano because intimate na kuruma emu obi nkoye board chair member ewi akire no na wato dan akese we sisifie obi meye cyber security eye CEO emeto fie 37 adubu ahin ene ono so twirim and the law is the law and the law must work. Emrani beje dmo kuruma and ayeme de see you got John Mahama and the NDC government are working. They are working. In fact, and the law is the law and the law is the law. Emrani beje dmo. Emrani beje dmo. Emrano ebeye djuma. Eti Paul Adom Otchere enche ono nso be sha ase atem because weekend the ekono ehwe ya obetwa. Paul Adom Otchere likely to spend this weekend in OSP office opompeu and okasagbe and OSP person or which hunting and OSP so oyese we e den sebi we e den omo we chantel. Me a mektie se me ndi abani sika me andi appointment bia me anya hwe how can NDC for ni omunko for be from say mega brana yen toto ano because ye hu say wadi abani sika na why say no, my name is not in the public sector and I've never received any appointment and I can never be rich hunted. But uji hutum se wadi sika, uji hutum se wadi aban sika wadi position bi na wa mismanage niema. You are going there straight to answer questions. You are going there straight to answer questions. Enti ene ye bisa ye fro na ye toto wano a mentina hono menka se ye political witch hunt. Mentina baby enka se political witch hunt. Enti se Paul Adom Otchere nyanya hwia. Paul Adom Otchere nyanya hwia. Yetimi ka se ni bail conditions ma ontimi meet. Landed properties mienu ko nafa akwa ho be fa no weekend we di ni betwa. I'm telling you obedem obesha sie sun. Paul Adom Otchere na no chabi wokuruma Cecilia brother pass mi baye akwa we gitumu. Cecilia brother pass mi baye Paul Adom Otchere Detained ni ase osie njano. Now on the source of the money we actually Paul Adom Otchere sister brother pa enko for friend catch and says ye case no wo say no who say case how o si ka asem no obi anko ye obi ambo obi ansa etija case nim na yenka ya asem omo shate ne up ɛnɛ Paul Adom Otchere wote hɔ you see where we who defend you be say abna da pa de kwa de yamfa na nko jail ɛnɛ na nsia me hu sɛ no gyina no platform so good evening Ghana ka sɛ ɔde NDC for say abna da pa sika no sɛ na ɛnyɛ no koraa they should send her to jail ɛnɛ wo na be ko jail ɛnɛ wo na wo suffer ɛnɛ wo na wo suffer ɛnɛ Paul Adom Otchere wo ɛna wo suffer you are the one suffering and that is how the word is. That is how the word is. Nti omo di sika no hu omo a omo no ntimi ntino moto so. They look very desperate. They look very very disturbed. Omo ka say anyhow. O say they ntimi to honom ndc for mu ntimi nya me hwe ndc for mu ba mu ntimi nya me hwe mahama wo edu honom de Ghana for mu sorry o MP for ina mu sorry o Ghana for munti na mahama ye me say MP for ye munti sa na moti o fidie ni nya so mu wia na sun na sesa but enya so mo no sun ni different it is sanity Chilawadro comment section Mahanum still remains #1 platform on YouTube Mega TV. Nakupon kuswa inshra. Bye bye.